besties? It's your girl, Dama Clay. And thank you so much for tuning into another video. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me, for tuning into another video. You guys don't understand how much this means to me. Before we even get to the video, make sure you guys are commenting, and subscribing. And if you want to know whenever I post or want a notification, I mean, you might as well go ahead and hit the little bell button either here, up here in the corner, or down there where the subscribe button is. It's right next to the subscribe button, so you might as well push that too, you know? Yeah. Anyways, so again, thanks for tuning into this video. This is going to be a hair video, obviously, by the title. That's the reason why you clicked on it. So yeah, I just have these booty cornrows in my head from when I wanted to wear a wig. So yeah, it's time for something new. I'm ready for a change, you know? You know, it's like black queens or whatever. We be having a style in for like a month, maybe. And by that time, we already over it. We already want to see the new growth. We already want to try something new. We already want a new color, new hairstyle, whatever. We always want something new. So I'm just tired of wearing wigs. Okay, it's getting hot. All right, the heat is climbing, the degrees are climbing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some braids in my hair, and we're gonna be doing feed-in braids and stuff. I'll put up a picture of the idea that I have, you know what I'm saying, just so I can get a little idea of what I'm gonna do. Now that y'all know what style I'm gonna be doing, how it's gonna look, blase, 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 let's get into the video.
Okay, you guys, so to start off this hairstyle, I'm going to take down my old braids, and these are clean braids. I just washed them a couple of days ago and decided to do this in the spur of the moment. So I'm going to take them down, then I'm going to get my water bottle and spritz it with some water just to moisten it up and to detangle it before I go in with the blow dryer. And now that that subsection is complete, I'm pretty much just going to do the same routine throughout the rest of my head until my entire hair is blow dried.
Okay, y'all, so as you can see, my hair is blow dried as much as it can be. I think what I'm gonna do is put like 2 rows of box braids in the back. I think that will fit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do first.
Okay, now that the back section is parted, I'm going to go ahead and split that section into two. That way I have 2 rows of box braids. Now, the reason why I wanted to do 2 rows of box braids is because I really hate how thin and just ugly and straggly the straight back braids kind of look when you don't have a lot of braids back there. It's weird, honestly, and I always like to have multiple rows of hair just to kind of make it thicker, especially if I want to put it in a bun, then it won't look, you know, skeet or whatever.
Okay, y'all, so I'm going to show you how to loop your hair. So pretty much I just take out however much I feel like I'm going to need. This is all I need because the braids aren't going to be that thick. So I just pretty much pull them apart, as you see here. And whichever one is the thinner side, which clearly this is the thinner side, I'm going to take that and cross it over and pull it, and you pull it through, then you'll have 3 pieces. And the thinner part that you looped over is what you're going to hold on to for security. Okay, so I got the 3 pieces. This is the thinner side, and these other 2 right here are the thicker ones. So I'm going to take the thin one and pinch at the base. And then I'm going to flip in to grab one of them and leave this one free. And this will kind of like help me begin the weaving process of me putting the box braid in. So let me go ahead and show y'all how I did this then.
So once I have this section braided down quite a bit, I'm going to go ahead and start focusing on the tail end of the braid. So I'm going to take my edge control and I'm going to saturate the strands in order to kind of like bind them together and to smooth them out more. That way there aren't any straggly ends sticking out of the braids. And if there are any ends sticking out of the braids, then I am going to cut them.
So it is 12:30 a.m. So hopefully I can finish my hair in like 5 hours.
Now, to keep yourself from getting stressed out during this process, you definitely want to make sure you have all your pieces separated. That way you can just pick up and keep going. So once I have all those sections off and laid out, I'm going to part my hair, put on some edge control just to sharpen the part out even more. And then I'm about to just start braiding. What I do when I'm doing my feed-in braids, I just start braiding my natural hair first. I braid it down to like about 1 inch, and then I go ahead and pick up the smallest little piece that I removed from the package of hair, and I just keep feeding that in. And if you can tell, I'm placing the hair between my pinky finger on my your left, my right hand, and that kind of helps me separate one end from the other because I'm only braiding in one end of it. And once I feed in the second tail of the hair, that's when I'll add in another piece on top of that. That way it has a nice little gradient thickness that it's going to get once you get to the back end of the hair. Considering this clip was shot low-key kind of far away, I went ahead and inserted a closer view of me doing the feed-in braids. And in this shot, you can clearly see me wrapping the strand around my finger, holding it in place to continue French braiding, and then grabbing it to add it to the rest of the braid, and continuing so on. This frame, I'm pretty much just showing you that I'm no longer adding hair to the braid anymore because it is my desired thickness, and you don't want to keep adding to it and making it bulky or much bigger than the rest of the braids. So I'm not going to add in any more hair and just going to continue to braid down. Now that I'm done with my entire hair after 7 long agonizing hours, I'm gonna go ahead and take these perm rods and begin wrapping them around the ends of my hair. That way, you know, I just don't have some regular boring braids just hanging and stuff. You know, it's a little trend going on. I felt the need to participate. Now that all my braids are set in the perm rods, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my water that I have boiling while I was doing my hair, and I'm gonna go ahead and just dip them into the water. And then I'm going to take my towel and just pat it dry, soaking up majority of the water. That way it doesn't trickle on me while I do my edges. Okay. Now that my edges are, como dice, laid, I'm gonna take this elastic band and just apply that to my edges. That way I can protect them for what I'm about to do next. And I'm going to take this mousse that I got from Walmart years ago. I've just been having it on my person for years, and I usually only use this when I have braids. And I'm gonna take a generous amount, saturate all my braids, make sure each strand is covered, and then I'm going to take my scarf and apply it and lay in it overnight to set. Okay, you guys, so it is finally the next morning and I am ready to start my day, but of course I had to come on here and show you guys the final look. So I'm gonna remove my scarves. Then I'm gonna go ahead and remove my edge band. Now I'm gonna take out the perm rods very carefully to show you the coils. Yes, honey, okay. Now I'm just gonna remove the rest of the perm rods. That way you can get a better look of the final hairstyle. And that is the final look. I'm so happy and thankful that you guys decided to click on this video. Before you go, make sure you guys are commenting, and subscribing, okay? Thank you guys again. See you next week. Bye.